Welcome back. So I have some auction results this time. Um, as you know, recently got the clean sweep auction results to me. The same day this box arrived. This one is from University Archives. This is actually the first time I've purchased from them, and this is a little bit more money than clean sweep, but did get a lot of really difficult signatures, but also some fascinating content that goes along with these signatures. This is for the other PC, with the exception of the autograph in front of you, which is for the Jewish boxers. But most of these are dealing with Israel. Um, so we'll be going through these. So, as mentioned, Ruby Goldstein, fairly difficult signature to get. Now these all come with authentication from John Resnikoff, who is a very reputable authenticator. So I'm okay with that. This one obviously was framed in this manner with a printed out picture from a publication and then the cut signature on the index card on the bottom. So I removed both of those. I'll send this off to PSA to get authenticated. So now let's get into some interesting content. And no worries if you can't read the letters. But this is Moshe Dayan. Because one of the wonderful things makes it a lot easier, so I'm not straining myself, with the University Archives auctions, is they include with your purchase the listing which has the translation. So I'm not going to read the whole letter. A classic Moshe Dayan letter to Minister of Defense about the burial of citizens in the Sinai in the aftermath of the 6-Day War. So, again, absolutely fascinating content. In addition to the auto, just amazing pieces to be adding. And some of these didn't really expect to be adding such content. I'm more looking for the autos. Dated 1958. Let's see who the mystery auto is. So Yitzhak Ben Zvi, remembering deceased fellow member of Hashomer and Haganah. So again, another interesting content in the letter. This one is in English, but it's an older script. And I know I've shown this signature before, and some Brits may know this one. Benjamin Disraeli, dated January 29th, 1862, out of London. And this is just a general letter. Is the only, first, last, and only Jewish Prime Minister of Great Britain. I try and pick those up when they're affordable. There's that signature. It's from 1948. And this is Levi Eshkol. It says seas to agriculture settlements in the new state just months after Israeli independence. So not just the content of the letter, but the timing of the letter is really quite fascinating. And a wonderful addition to my collection. Same signature here, but dated a little bit later. June 19th, 1952. National Cooperation for Immigrants Housing in Israel. Request to pay their debt. So obviously influx of immigration into the Jewish state at the time. It's a very interesting topic to read about. So this is written in one hand, or addressed in one hand, and then signed in another. You've seen this signature before, just a younger version of it. This is from May 11th, 1877. Sir Moses Montefiore. Signed envelope. Addressed to a rabbi in Linz, Austria. So, signed when he's 93 years old. It's a bit shaky on the auto. There's a couple things. One is you have the address written in the secretary's hand, but Montefiore actually signed it. But also, you, at least in my mind, I think about what happened only a generation or two later, of where this letter was heading. So it's quite interesting and kind of frightening to think about that a little bit. So we just have initials on this letter. Moshe Sheret, March 24th, 1957. It's just a general letter initialed at the bottom. Just trying to coordinate with someone to get together with them. These last two, one in English, one in Hebrew. The signature at the bottom. For 1935. Remember, just a British, or the Israelis do it similar to the British. November 24th, 1935. Henrietta Sold. Writes an important letter from Palestine about immigrants during the rise of Nazism in Germany in 1935. This really is a letter of the time. And it's, again, related to the Montefiore thinking a couple generations ahead. Well, here's that time. And it's about how to address the need, especially under the white papers, to have Jews immigrate into Israel. It's just amazing letter to have of the time, of a very influential individual. And here's her signature in English. And this is a Hadassah letter, Women's Zionist Organization. Hadassah still exists today. This is 1925. And just to give you the summary, it's regarding the health of women in Jerusalem in 1925. So, absolutely amazing content in many, many of these letters. Some autographs I have been missing in the collection. Some are additions, or additional examples I've now added. Content is something that I wasn't really focused on before, and really I'm not so much focused on now. But when it's a bonus, essentially, to the purchase, then obviously I'm all for it. So great autos, great content around the autos that thankfully I was able to add for well below what a lot of these go for. I'm not saying it was inexpensive, because it's not, but it was probably a third, if not a quarter, of what I potentially could have spent if I paid full retail on all of these items. Just really, really amazing pieces. And don't get me wrong, there's a ton of stuff that I was clearly outbid on, um, in a very, very significant way. But I'm okay with, quote unquote, settling for the deals that were left over by others, because even the leftovers are pretty darn good. So that's what I got for you from University Archives. And until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your piece will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.